Studebaker. It's been impossible to find tires for it. I had to take hubs off an old boat trailer and just put them on there. That one keeps blowing tire tubes out of. I mean, I don't know why the tire is not like the tire's in bad shape. It's only, well, that's good. So I got the part on eBay there. It's cold in here now. Anyway, got the parts here. I just love parts that come in boxes like that. They're from guaranteed for 50,000 miles. Yep, that's our order from on eBay. It came really quickly, surprisingly. So, whoever that is on eBay, thanks. Carry this on out here. Can't believe it's November. It's like 70 degrees out here right now. It's ridiculous. It was 39 about 4 weeks ago. 38 in the morning, I mean. Anyway, take the rag out of there. Make sure no rats or mice got in there. It's about the time of year they start looking for houses. Check that out. You don't see that anymore. I just love these old boxes like that. Just something about old parts. If you'll find there's a gasket here, we'll stick that on there. Make sure the engine's in the right position so they can go on easily. Man, that 7-bolt did not want to come off there. Got it though. Put up a fight. It's your 1/2 inch. Alright, got it all snugged down. We're gonna take and put our 7-bolt back on. Turn that there. It'd probably be a good idea to put this on before, but I figured it's not necessary right now. I'm gonna find the right fittings for this because I gotta make a new fuel tank for the truck. I'm gonna put that on. I usually take a little tiny bit of Teflon tape, and it works great for this stuff, even on gas. I've seen in the past, so it works pretty good. Here's been my original fuel tank I've been using for the truck. Go ahead and get rid of that because it's leaking everywhere. I actually don't know where it's leaking from, somewhere. Get rid of that stupid mess. Man, I swear, a blue jay just makes the worst noise I've ever heard of a bird. Fire up one of these tractors here and drive it over there to use it as a jack. Probably not going to take that one. For when the hydraulics are super slow. And number 2, the alternator wires may or may not have started on fire last time I ran it, so. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, take the farm off. Now, the Farmall's charging system, of course, it's good to get your battery charged in the rain. Farmall's charging system here, sort of gotten written off a while ago. I was driving it many years ago, and it arced out all of a sudden, and then never got it working again. That's been a good battery charger right there. It's put up with so much abuse. Anyway, start her up. That seat's not really too wet. Yeah, get that on there. Turn the gas on before I hop on here. Weird. This has been a good tractor right here. Change the oil in this soon again. Governor is messed up in this, so you gotta work the throttle constantly. Choke. Less choke. Got oil pressure. Back up to her and pick her up. This tractor here is got a Super 8 engine, so it has a hydraulic pump, Raider Formula A rear end. It's got a hydraulic ram. It sees the hydraulics. Choke. wonder why it says diesel. It has the kerosene option, but that's been written off and turned into a hydraulic tank. So that's for. Anyway, we'll tear the tire off there and get at it. And actually, a lot of these old trucks, as I found out in my International when I went to pick the International up, and actually this truck too, is occasionally one side is right hand thread and the other side is left hand. This is right hand. Man, it's beats using the T-bar. Yeah, there you. Pretty almost stuck in there now. No, I'm an idiot. It's right there. This is why I need the Studebaker back. It's kind of like my golf cart around the yard. Beats carrying that stuff around. Alright, now let's grab the tire tube. I sure do order a lot of stuff from Steiner. My welding table sure has a lot of oil on it. And people might be saying, why don't you just go get a new set of wheels and tires? I've been looking for a set of wheels and tires for almost 2 years now. I've had this truck. Can't find one set. 5 by 5 1/4 is the lug pattern. 1/4, 5 1/4 wide. If you have one and you're near North Carolina, let me know. Please, I've been looking for them for a long time. The most used tools in my shop right here. Tire breaker. There. I hate to break it to this tire. I don't think it's heavy duty anymore. But dang if she didn't hold up. She was sitting for like 34 years on that right there. Still works. The reason I replaced this tube. Oh, no wonder. 5200 didn't seal up. I wonder it leaked. Anyway, 5200 is a, if you don't know, a marine glue we use on boats a lot. Holds pretty much everything in this shop and this whole yard are together. So put the new tube in, we'll get to it. And for some reason, people always seem to overcomplicate the use of that. I mean, I put all the tires on my Dodge, which did the tire on this. Well, that tire decided to explode down the highway. Oh yeah, she's good. Add a little air, should be good to go. They're pretty simple. Just getting the bead off the tire is the hard part. I've used a jack, it works great. I use the farm mold because it has that hydraulic ram and it takes them right off the bead almost every time. Not sure how much longer that compressor is going to hold up. I think it's getting right hot last time. Alright, lots of struggling later and explicit words. Success. Sometimes that likes to fly in there. This rolls nicely. Not that way, not that way. Alright, back to the shop. I think it's low idle. Tighten that belt a little bit. There. I'll have to come back for that later. Might need that. This tire is made to international quality standard. Assurance. Yes, assurance. Just struggling there after all the attempts of getting her rolling. I need some old wheel chocks. I can put air in that tire too. It's pretty low. Man, it's just hot here. It's not so much hot, it's just, it feels like you're swimming in a freaking pool of nasty, dirty water. That's what it feels like to live here. Get a fan. Grab the torches and preferably not, light a set of torches off in this garage. Building these little model boats sure takes a lot of wood. It does smell amazing in here though. That juniper is just one of the best smelling woods ever. It's white cedar. Check this out. Yeah, one of them chairs. I know Harbor Freight picked up one of these propane torch kits here. I do quite like it. Let's reach around on it. Heat that up a while and see if we can get her loosened up. I'm going to take it, get nice and hot and soak with brake fluid and ATF. Likes to burn pretty good. What are you honking at, old cat? Oh, look at that. Turns. I hear you. Anyway, we'll have to clean the line out now. It's plugged off with dirt daubers. I hate them things. Going in the wood shop. Got most of it out with the dirt dauber crap in there. With the wire and brake clean. We'll try to use some air now. So, well, we finally got it cleared out. That was a nightmare. I've had 16 gallons of friggin' brake clean, PV blaster in there. She finally loosened up and clean. Tell me I think I get it. She had more blockage in there, so to go. Let's put it in Studebaker. She always smokes like that. A little heavy choke though. That fuel tank's terrible. There it goes again. What it is she runs out of prime because this piece of crap has got a hole in the sending unit. I guess you'd call it sending unit. So I'll view you guys off at the point of nothing but struggle. Well, I had to get this line with this. Where is it at? Back there. That little line right there was supposed to go into here and clear the carburetor. That didn't want to happen. It was fighting me like crazy. A couple days ago, then I made this little system a little bit ago. Some fuel line together. Got some nasty old disgusting fuel in there we gotta get rid of. So I was running this thing because this thing will run anything. Could not get this thing to go through, and I forgot the old parts. They'd make them for people who weren't stupid like me, where you had to take these off and get the plugs that are in there out to get rid of them because they don't need them. To keep them from dirt getting them, I guess. Anyway, I took care of that. The fuel looks pretty terrible. There's a lot of water in it, but don't need to worry about that right now. This thing will run on it. Get all the old fuel lines off here. Get some coolant in it because she's a little hot. So I think I leaked most of it out of the little leak over there. But we got her running anyway. Probably won't turn the key off. I'm thinking about it here. Yeah, turn that off. That horn never works. Anyway, we got to put together. I want to charge the battery up because I was cranking on forever trying to figure out how to get this thing going. And I finally figured out it was just a lack of knowledge of, well, not necessarily knowledge, but a lack of thought, basically, put it that way. But she runs. I moved her over here. I pushed her here this morning, get her in the shade, and then the sun opened up again, so I backed it back over here. Runs like a top though. We'll get that nasty fuel out of her too, and I got taped off all the Teflon tape little areas right there, so it doesn't seem to be leaking at all. It has prime a little bit, but she just does not want to keep fuel pressure because you go back to this pumper here, and she has nothing. Here it's sucking air, and I'll replace the line here probably, or just keep it filled up one of the two because it's only got about a gallon, I think. So that's where we're at. But I got also hooked the fuel line up on the chassis, tied up there so it doesn't dangle on the ground like it is right now. You think I was joking? Anyway, got it put together. I got to work on trying to get the plugs out of this thing. I got the first one out a while back, but these other 6, I mean, they're 5. They're not happy. I'm nervous about taking them out with that little, maybe heating them with a torch or something a little first, just get them warm, get some of the rust out of there first, of course. Because, man, I did not want to break one of them off in the engine. They're all sparking. She just has a weak compression on one cylinder. I got to tighten that belt up or get a new belt for it, because sometimes the water pump decides not to move when you start her wires and stuff. But anyway, that's where I leave you off in this part. Well, if you watched my Studebaker cold start video a few years, about a year ago, it was sitting in this spot here. Figured we'll there and park her back over here and pick up a load of tires and carry them over to a different pile, because I'm kind of tired of looking at these things. Oh, use this tire number 1. Use this tire number 2. Oh, 2. I got squares out. But this is in the front yard. The other half of the tire I got there. Nobody's blessing all these tires. We got her here and laid all these tires out, and I think I'll call it a day for now. Working on this thing for a couple hours now, and I think I'm gonna get some dinner and head inside.